Hi, my name's Nicole.
Hi, my name's Stephanie.
And I'm Jessica, and I'm going to talk to you today for my informative speech on why we all love coffee so much. Have you ever wondered why your day doesn't feel like it started until you have your first sip of coffee? Well, you're not alone. Around 65% of Americans say they can't imagine their morning without it either. Coffee is second to water as the most widely consumed beverage around the world. It's not only part of our routine, but our culture and our identity. So we all love coffee because of the power that it has to wake us up, and in more ways than one, biologically, culturally, and socially. So for this speech, we're going to dive a little deeper into the science behind why our brains have a craving for coffee, culturally, what the significance of coffee has been throughout our history, and lastly, what that social connector means in our modern daily lives, the rituals that we have with it. Science-wise, the active ingredient in coffee is caffeine. Caffeine blocks adenosine, which is a chemical to make us feel tired. According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, the release of dopamine and adrenaline happen when our body has caffeine, and that boosts our alertness and our mood. Mild withdrawals are experienced by regular coffee drinkers if they skip a morning of coffee, and that's typically mild headaches and irritability. I can say it's true. The National Coffee Association research shows how most adults consume on average 3 cups of coffee a day, and how our brains really depend on that little boost. Culturally, and for the historic and global importance of coffee, it originated in Ethiopia and I believe the 9th century, and then made its way to the Middle East, finally to Europe, and then when they came to the Americas, they brought it here also. In the 1600s, coffee houses became places for conversation and debates. They were popular in England, known as penny universities, the price of a cup of coffee, and universities for the knowledge that one could gain by just sitting in the coffee house, listening to conversations and debates happening around them. Each country has its own unique coffee ritual today. Like Italy has espresso shots, is the typical form of coffee that you'll find there. Mark Pendergrass in Uncommon Grounds said, "Coffee has fueled revolutions, inspired artists, and brought people together for over 1,000 years." Socially, coffee is more than a drink. It's an entire experience for you to behold. When you say, "Let's grab a coffee" to a colleague or a friend, it means you're going to gather, you're going to get together and catch up, talk about something, meet, but in a more casual setting. It's not a stiff meeting. And it helps to build relationships. Starbucks and other coffee chains have turned coffee shops into third places, which is a term for a place that's comfortable and has a community feel for social settings, but it's not home and it's not work. The Journal of Social Psychology shows that people tend to feel more relaxed and open when they're in the casual setting of a coffee shop. To chat and build trust with others is easier when you're in that relaxed atmosphere. To conclude, I'm going to say coffee is not only loved for what it does for our brains, but also because it has become part of who we are. So in tradition, ritually, and just in connecting with others. Today's social role lets us know that coffee touches almost every part of daily life around the world. It's not just our country or our area. So remember tomorrow morning when you have that first cup of coffee, that you're not just drinking a cup of coffee, but you're taking part in a ritual that has been celebrated globally for over 1,000 years. Thank you.